So hi, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to talk to you about Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. This book, guys, this is gonna be like a non-spoiler reviews slash book talk, I guess you could say, about this book, because I need to talk about this book. I read this book back in January and it left me in a book hangover for like a week or so, a week and a half, and I had to talk it out with someone. This book is an adult contemporary book, I guess you could say, and I think it's one of Jojo's most high-rated book of her. I think she has more books. She has like 6 more books, but this is the one that is rated highest. And I understand why. I am going to pick up more of her books, but this one is really up high in my top favorite list. And oh my god. This book follows 2 people. It follows Louisa Clark and Will Traynor. Louisa Clark is a woman who she thinks she knows everything. She has worked at this coffee shop for like the longest time. She is the oldest daughter of a family of 4. Well, her mom, her dad, her sister, and her sister's child, who is about 4 years old, about 5 years old. And so she's the only income that the family has. Her sister works, but it's not enough, and also her dad. So she's really the only one that supports the whole family when it comes to money. She also has this loving boyfriend, Patrick, who she has been with for like the longest times, and she thinks everything is just set for life. Like, she has her job, she has her family, she has her boyfriend, and everything's all like, you know, clear for her. But one day, she gets fired from her job because the owner has to leave back to his own country. And well, she's left with having to find a new job. And then we find out that her dad's job fired him, and so he has to look for another job. So she's kind of like, life kind of happened to her, so she's kind of like really confused at what to do now. So she goes to this job center and she is, you know, doing all of this stuff. Like, she goes to a donut factory, she goes to a chicken wing factory or something like that, and she doesn't like it. So she goes back to this job office thing. I forgot the name, I just said it. But anyway, she goes back and she said that there's one job opening about being a caretaker for someone in a wheelchair. And she says that she's not qualified to be one of those caretakers because 1, she's not a nurse, 2, she has no medical assistance whatsoever. So she says, why not? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? So she goes there for this interview, and she is Mrs. Traynor. And well, what happens here is that she is interviewed by her and basically says that she's not qualified for anything, but nonetheless, she wants her to be the one to get the job. And she decides she's gonna think about it, and then she calls her and she gets it. And well, that's when Will Traynor comes in. Will Traynor is a very successful guy. He's around 27 years old, I think. He's almost 30, to be completely honest. He has a girlfriend, he has a perfect job. He lives in London, I think, and it's just like the best of times for him, until one day he's going to work and a motorcycle hits him. And that's when he is left quadriplegic. Quadriplegic means that he is severely injured from the neck down, so he cannot move his legs, his arms, or anything below this mark. He can move his fingers, like 2 of his fingers, so that he can move his wheelchair, because it's automatic. As you can already tell, Louisa is gonna be Will's caretaker, and that's where the story unfolds. I just basically told you the synopsis kind of thing, but I'm going to tell you really how Louisa and Will Traynor just kind of work together in this book. Louisa is a very, very intrusive person. Like, she really tries to see the best in everyone. But Will is really an asshole. Like since this accident happened, he has been an asshole to her for like the longest time, and she's only been trying to be nice. She's only trying to do her job. But Will is really, really making it hard for her to do that. And their little banterings just give me life, to be completely honest. I think they were my favorite. Will teaches a lot to Louisa, or Lou as he calls her sometimes, about life and how life can be taken away at any moment, at any second of any day. And Lou is kind of like one of those girls where she's having trouble trying to do those things that she wanted to do when she was younger, because she had to put her life on hold because of her family and her boyfriend. And Will is slowly bringing her out of that shell. And I really love that aspect of this, because it doesn't start with a love story at all. It kind of does, but it's not. Don't be fooled by that. I'm telling you, don't be fooled by that. Something that I really love about this book is that the characters make you feel like they are real people. And by real people, I mean like you actually think that these two characters exist in real life. And that's why at the end of this book, I was crying so much that I even had to tweet to Jojo Moyes about it. I'm gonna link up at the tweet here. She actually replied to me like right the next day when I finished the book. And I really cannot tell you how much this book means to me. It's a beautiful story about these two people that they change somehow between this journey. And there's a twist in it, which I cannot tell you because you have to read it for yourself. It also talks a lot about life and how whatever you have planned for the future, just try to do it now. Because if you're going to say, I'm going to do it tomorrow, and you don't do it, you're just going to keep doing that until you never do it. So that's really what this book is really about. It's about life and how two people change each other, like, but to the better, I guess you could say, but not, I don't want to say change each other as in, you know, like, oh my god, it changed forever and blah blah, but they touch each other's life somehow, and it's just beautiful, to be completely honest. I really cannot tell you anything else without spoiling you, and I'm doing the best I can because I suck at this. But what I can tell you is always that this book, I gave it a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads, and I loved it. It was really heartbreaking, but at the same time, it was so amazing. It was beautiful. The writing is also really interesting. It's really fast-paced. Like, you don't get bored at all. You're finding yourself laughing out loud at times. You're also crying, hysterical, and then you're crying, sobbing, ugly sobbing. But nonetheless, I love this book, and I really think you should read it, or at least give it a chance. I love it, so go read it. So that is it for my book / opinion, review, book, I don't know. So leave the comments down below if you've heard of this book or if you're planning to read this book. If not, do you want me to talk about it more thoroughly maybe? I don't know. So thank you for watching, and remember that I have other social media which I'll leave down below or at the end. Wow. Or I'll leave the links at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. You should read it, or at least give it a chance. I love it, so go read it.